Good morning, guys. It is 9:46 a.m. What a wonderful time to play EVE. Let's get started. This brief tutorial is for you to show how to use very easy Google Spreadsheet for your EVE-related business. There are two parts of this tutorial. This is part 2. At the end of this part, I will share some important information not to get crazy creating your spreadsheet. If you are not familiar with the formulas concatenate and importXML or working with Google Spreadsheet in general, be sure to watch part 1 of the tutorial first. Otherwise, you are just fine and you can keep going. Now I am creating the basic spreadsheet to extract the price data from EVE Central. I'm going to use the minimum sell price and maximum buy price. Here I enter the query I mentioned in part 1. Now I'm going to prepare a table that helps me to put together the final URL. I would like to know the region IDs and the system IDs. I will use the forge, domain, Heimatar, essence. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. And of course the systems Cheetah, Amar, Rens. I don't pronounce that either. And Odixie. Now I will put in the IDs. Remember, every region and every system has a number, as well as every object. Now I am going to use the formula concatenate. Region limit and the number. Just need to put in the formula once and just drag it down, and Google will do the work. And of course, the same thing for the system IDs, concatenate. So now I have my table that helps me to create the final URL, and now I will build the table. I would like to know, of course, the type IDs, name, again the minimum sell price, and the maximum buy price. So in the front I just put in a few numbers so that I can track how many items are listed. It's not important for the URL. So again, to build the final URL, I of course need some help. Concatenate does the work. Concatenate brackets and type ID. Don't write ID with capital letters. I did it once. I needed a few hours to figure out my mistake. And as you see, if you put 34 for titanium in the front, concatenate automatically adds up in column F, the final part. Now I need the basic URL. Remember, if you're not familiar with concatenate or this kind of API key, make sure to watch part 1. It's very short, so don't worry. And I want to use the system Jita to get my prices from. Yeah. And now I will make again the final URL, because they are in F2, the type IDs are still missing, and now I will add the type IDs. So I don't want to use just one, so I drag down. So we are finally set to use importXML. I use my prepared URL, and of course as a second part I need the query. Well, that doesn't look right. It can't be, so I just probably did a mistake. Minimum sell price for titanium is not 3. So let's look what it does with a maximum buy price. Yeah, I obviously did a mistake. So let's find out what I did wrong. This seems pretty right. I used L5, just a number. I should have used M5. And you see the price update. That sounds right. So now we can go on. 35 is pyrite. Just add up a few IDs. Of course, you know all the objects. It's just some basic minerals. Now I just can put down the formula, and Google does the rest of the work. So if you click in the middle, you see a new one, continue. Don't mess with continue. It's just an automated thing Google does to add up the prices. Don't write in there. Just put in the first column the import XML formula and Google does the rest. Don't get mixed up in there. It will all get you wrong. So if you want to use some more IDs, just go to EvE Central, put in the item, like the Drake. And there you go. 24698 is the ID for the Drake. I want to know the ID of robotics. There we go. 9848. Let's go back and add the IDs we found out. Just drag down again. Here we go. Just format the numbers a little bit. So you can add a few more IDs. Cool, and I like PI. PI is great. Yeah, I like the obelisk too. She looks ugly. But I have one too, so it's just fine. Here we go, nuclear L. Just drag down the IDs. Oh, what happened there? The prices didn't add up. So be sure, go to the final URL and make sure that there at the end of the row the number is correct. Just write 16 and there you go. So you don't have to do this every time you add a new item. Just put in a large number like row 200. Now I formatted the numbers a little. Of course you can color it up to look it more nice. I did that. It's just your your own thing. It's not important forgetting the prices. Here's one more important tip I promised you at the beginning of this part and part 1, which prevents you from getting crazy creating your own spreadsheet. Do not use a type ID twice with the one import XML formula. It all gets you wrong. It mixes up your table and your calculations are gonna be crap. If your table becomes longer and longer, you might oversee that you used an item before. Well, don't oversee it and you will be just fine. With this kind of work, I created my spreadsheets for PI, production, post costs of infrastructure and fuel costs, reactions and many more. It keeps you busy, I can tell you. One more special for you guys. You know how it works, but you don't want to create the basic structure of a spreadsheet again? Then I will share it with you. For free. Just sign up for the mailing list Zachary Cypher. In the welcome mail you will find a link to a simple spreadsheet you can copy and use it for your own purposes. Furthermore, I will keep you updated on future videos and tutorials. If you like this tutorial, please leave a thumbs up, it really helps. Tell your corp mates about it and stay tuned on this channel for future coming awesome videos.